You may not know this, but we've had a hell of a lot of rain over the last couple of weeks. This is going to be a constant issue today, I can feel it already. As I mentioned in my previous video, I've got a few leaks in the ceiling.
It's a leak that's tracking to here.
And the purpose of today's video is I want to get them sealed. So to start off with, I was like, right, I need to get up onto the roof, seal all the holes, but what I don't want to do is I don't want to walk along the top of the roof, cause any more dents in the roof than I need to. I was planning on getting a roof rack anyway, so I figured that would probably be the best time to do it before I start walking up there. Now, I'm not sure whether you're aware, but this van is a lot higher than my last van. And to fit a roof rack, it wasn't just going to be a simple case of just putting a ladder up and climbing it. I figured it was almost like I needed a scaffolding around the van. And what could I use? Look at the state of this roof. We've got rust, scratches, dents, and these stupid little grommets that leak. And this is all the stuff I'm gonna have to sort out. I've got a lot of work to do. I'm starting by cutting the grommets away to mount the roof rack with a Stanley knife. Nice and carefully. Rather than just mounting the brackets with the rubber seals provided, I decided to use the non-sealing mastic I used in a previous video for a better seal. The messier it looks, the better the seal in my opinion. Yeah. See, now I'm in two minds when I'm doing this. It can either look pretty and not seal, or it can look not pretty and I know I won't get any leaks, and I think that's probably going to be the better option for me. And fitting the rest of the roof rack went pretty smoothly. There were a few alignment issues, but nothing my old trusty mallet couldn't fix. It did take me until the sun went down though, but sadly this was the last bit of sun I would see for a while. So it's all about timing while I'm up here. I need to get these holes sealed as soon as I can so that the sealer goes off before it starts raining again. And I still need to sort out the rust. But I'm gonna have to wait for a really sort of calm, dry day for that. I mean, ideally I probably should wait for a calm, dry day to do this, but I'm just gonna crack on with it. I'm gonna start off by cleaning the area with some methylated spirits. And then it started raining, for f***'s sake. This is going to be a constant issue today, I can feel it already. You look at the weather forecast, I've literally got about 3 weeks worth of rain, and this is the only day where there's slight sections where there's not going to be any rain. After contemplating my life choices, I decided to carry on even though the rain was coming down. Here's what I could do, is I could clean a couple of sections at a time, get some of the sealer on there. I'm literally just going to blob it right over the top of it, just so that it completely seals it and there's no leaks whatsoever. And then I can put the bucket over the top to keep it dry until it sets. You know, your channel's gone full circle when you use a Love Sundays t-shirt as a rag. After lots of cleaning and lots of sealing, I came up with a genius idea. Okay, I think I've come up with a genius idea. As it's not going to stop raining at any point today. Well, I keep getting little spells of no rain, and then all of a sudden it's like bam, rain again. So what I'm going to do is, using some offcuts of the vapor barrier I did the other day, I decided to cover the sealed areas with offcuts and tape them down to keep the sealant dry while it went off. It's a shame that the wind picked up though. This one here is the biggest culprit for letting in the water at the front of the van, and it's because it was damaged here where it's been hit. It's warped this panel, which means that that's popped away, so it's letting a little bit of water through, and that's all it takes. So hopefully sealing that one should properly sort this out. Right, that's all of them sealed. I'm going to leave the tarp on there overnight and come back in the morning and check it. But if for whatever reason it hasn't stuck, you know, maybe because of the moisture in the air or anything like that, it's not the end of the world. I can just peel it off and redo it. But there was no way I was going to go another week and still allow all this water pissing in the van. It's been 4 days of constant rain, but we finally have some sun. A lot's changed in those last 4 days. One, I've had a haircut, that's about it. So I suppose we need to get up there and see if the glue that I've sealed those holes with has done its job. Cool. So it appears that that's worked really well. So today, I'm going to treat the metal, get it painted, and then all of these other little specks of rust that are sort of scattered all over the top of the van from hitting branches and things over the years. I'm going to give that a paint as well, get it all nicely protected. And then other than the max air fan that's still not arrived, that's pretty much it for the roof. So it actually feels like we're making progress. My method for treating this rusty metal will include rubbing off all the areas of rust with this scouring pad, then cleaning it with methylated spirits, then treating it with crust. So you guys all remember the crust stuff? I called it crust last time, but apparently it's cure rust because it cures the rust, apparently. Now for all the little scratches, I could probably use that again, but it's just literally surface rust, so there's absolutely no point. So I'm literally just going to clean the rusty areas. If you can see that there, I'm literally just going to paint with the white hammerite because it is designed to go straight onto rusty metal, so I might as well. Pretty much hanging over the edge here. I'm so glad that I put the roof rack up first. If you look at how much sort of moving around I've done up here, if I didn't have this roof rack here, I would have put so many extra dents into this roof. So I'm really glad I put the roof rack up first. So these are the blobs that I did yesterday. Like I said, they're not very pretty, but as long as it seals it, I don't mind. But this is the factory one here, and it runs all the way along here. And then they've kind of gone a bit crazy with it here, put loads on, and then nothing. So what I'm thinking, maybe I might add a little line of my glue along there, just so there's a little bit extra protection, because as far as I'm aware, the rain that was coming in from these holes here, but that's not necessarily where it was coming in from. It could be tracking from anywhere, so a bit of extra glue along there should do it. So that's one coat of the white done. I'm going to come back up and paint it another coat once the cure rust stuff has gone off, because that takes about 3 hours. And then I'll put some of this Hammerite #1 rust beater on top of that, and then let that go off, which will take another 6 hours between coats on that one. Fantastic. Once that's completely finished, I'm going to go over it with the sealer that I used yesterday as well. It's almost like overkill, but I really don't want any leaks in this van. Once the cladding's up on the ceiling, I don't want to start seeing any moisture coming through, because that will annoy me a lot. Also, there is going to be a vapor barrier, so it might keep some of that moisture in, which will just rust the roof out. So it's all about just doing the extra work now, just to make sure that it's good. I mean, the white doesn't quite match, like it's a slightly off white, but it doesn't matter because you're not going to see it up here anyway, because by the time the solar panels are in, I'm going to have some form of a deck. There's going to be a max air fan there. You know, you're not really going to see any of these little imperfections anyway. It's been 3 hours, and I'd say it's safe to say that that has done its magic. So I would say it's time to get painting that. I'm going to paint it with the #1 rust beater, so that'll be like a red colour. But then I'm going to cover this all in this stuff here anyway. Just literally just cover it, just in case there's any sort of micro holes or anything that's come through. And that also needs filling there as well. I'll do the same with that one. Once this has dried, it just needed a layer of the sealant. I finished off by just going around some of the other areas with an extra bit of sealant, and then the job was done. Alright. Is he coming up for his first van adventure? Charlie, Daddy's on the roof. Hello, mate. Enjoying the... Oh, tired boy. Well, that was quite a successful couple of days. And I'm not being funny, but what a difference just having this roof rack up here does to the look of the van. It's really starting to come along now. I think for the next video I'm probably going to start ply lining the inside of the van. But if you're enjoying these videos and you want to follow along with my van build, check out this playlist here and you can follow it all the way through. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!